The briefing hall of Starbase Helios buzzed with nervous energy as the cadets filed in dozens of species, dozens off-home worlds, dozens of cultures. The Galactic Coalition loved to brag that its academy was the melting pot of the stars, and today it definitely looked like a cosmic smoothie someone forgot toaster. At the center of the room stood 5 trainers, a towering Freudian with blade-like mandibles, a glowing alley whose body shimmered like a living nebula, a muscular Garaxian whose arms were bigger than most cadets, a telepathic Varan who floated instead of walked, and then there was the human, a tall tan man in a worn-out coalition jacket, arms folded, expression relaxed like this whole thing was a Sunday barbecue instead of Thegalaxy's toughest military academy. His name tag read, Captain Jack Rivers. When the cadets quieted down, Commandant Lack spread her hands and said, "Welcome. You will each select a trainer to guide you for your first year. Choose wisely." A murmur rippled through the hall. The Thraxian clicked his mandibles. The Allori flared brighter. The Garaxian cracked his knuckles like thunder. Captain Rivers just yawned. Commandante Luro stepped aside. "You may choose." The cadets surged forward. The alien trainers stood tall, braced, ready, and then the whole room froze because every single cadet walked right past a glowing nebula being, past a floating telepath, past a mountain-sized Garaxian, and formed a messy, eager, serried circle at the human's feet. Jack blinked. "Well, that's new." A tiny Valkyrie cadet raised a trembling hand. "Captain Rivers, sir, we choose you." "Aloft you?" Jack asked like maybe they'd accidentally lined up wrong. They all nodded. Even the four-armed Teruvian. Even the shy aquatic Lamrian sloshing inside her suit. Even the massive horn-crawl cadet who could probably pick up a starfighter with one hand. Jack scratched the back of his head. Hell, what did I do? Commandant looked like someone had unplugged her brain. "Cadets, do you understand the gravity of man?" A yearning cadet interrupted. "Humans are legends." Luro blinked. "Legends." Another cadet, the crawl, stepped forward, tail thumping eagerly. "My clan teaches stories of the Battle of Pharaoh's 9, of humans fighting even when the odds are unwinnable." A Lumrian chimed in, voice bubbling through water. "My world studies your species psychology. Humans do not run. You do not surrender." A Valkyrie added, "We have archived vidsaw of your people laughing during storms that would shred our cities." Laughing. Adoos and nods. Jack tried not to grin. "We didn't laugh at storms. We just respect the weather. You challenge it." The Valkyrie corrected him. The Commandant sighed. "Captain Rivers, I suppose you will be taking all of them." Jack lifted his hands. "Wait, hold up. There's got to be a limit. I can't." But the crowd off cadets leaned closer like a pack of hopeful puppies. "Sir, we want to learn from the species that keeps doing the impossible. Sir, teach us how humans strategize. Sir, teach us how humans keep getting back up." Jack groaned into his palms. "It knew I should have stayed retired in Montana." Training began the next morning. Jack expected chaos. He got worship. The cadets hung on to his every word like he'd personally punched a black hole into submission. "All right," Jack said, clapping his hands. "First lesson. Humans are not magic. We just don't like dying or losing or being told what we can't do. Or honestly, we just don't like instructions that a Garaxian cadet raise a hand. Sir, isn't it why humans invented duct tape?" Jack nodded solemnly. "Exactly. We don't fix things the right way. We fix things our way." The cadets scribbled notes. Furiously, he taught them hand-to-hand combat. They watched him like he was choreographing mystical dance moves. He taught them tactical thinking. They listened as if he were rewriting physics. He showed them how to survive with a knife, 3 matches, and a bad attitude. They treated it like sacred scripture. The Commandant visited on day 6. "How are they progressing?" She asked. Jack sighed. They're weirdly enthusiastic. Show me. Jack pointed at the course. Cadets, demonstrate task 1. Immediately, 50 alien cadets dove into the obstacle course, sprinting, climbing, leaping. Every move straight out of Jack's human-style drills. A Valkyrie cadet yelled, "Move like a human. Feet first, fear later." A Teruvian roared, "If it hurts, ignore it." A Lamrian flopped out of Ahmed Pit, shouting, "Captain Rivers says pain is just a bad choice being reconsidered." Jack covered his face. "I did not say that." The commandant stared. "They're copying your behavior." "They showed," Jack muttered. "Human behavior is stupid. It just works sometimes." For weeks later, the Academy held its annual simulation that a full mock invasion scenario .5 squads entered for came out whimpering. Jack's squad. They marched out covered in soot, slime, scratches, and one was missing a shoe. But they marched out grinning. "Sir," the Crow Cadet bellowed. "We succeeded." They completed the entire simulation twice as fast as the Academy record. Commandant Lox's jaw nearly fell off. "How did you accomplish this?" The Valkyrie cadet held up a notebook. "We followed Captain Rivers' sacred rule." Jack stiffened. "What sacred rule?" The cadet cleared his throat dramatically now that the plan fails. The entire squad finished in unison. "Make a dumber plan and do it faster." Jack nearly choked on his coffee. That was not advice. That was me complaining. Too late. The legend had already spread. That night, Jack found the squad lounging around the fire pit outside the barracks. Alien faces glowed in the flames, blue, green, red, gray, but their expressions were all the same. Proud, tired, hopeful. The Valkyrie scooted over. "Captain, why do humans always fight so hard, even when you know you might lose?" Jack sat down with a sigh. "Because someone's got to. Because life's messy. The galaxy's scary, and giving up makes it scarier. And because if we didn't fight, we wouldn't be human." The cadets nodded quietly. Then the Garaxian said, "We want to learn that." Jack looked at them. Dozens Ophiung faces waiting for permission to be brave. He smiled. "Then you're in the right damn class." Months later, when the coalition discussed restructuring training assignments, the command addressed them with a simple report. "Next year, we're assigning more humans to the Academy." A senator frowned. "Why? What did the humans accomplish?" Lox chuckled. "Well, we told the cadets to pick a trainer, and every single one sat at the humans' feet. No one argued after that. Even legends deserve apprentices.